This is an AJ Duggar exclusive.
What's good, everybody? This is award-winning journalist AJ Duggar. I have a special guest on the phone. I have Jon Jon from the R&B group Troop. How you doing, man?
Oh man, I'm doing all right. I'm hanging in there, bro.
I hear what you're saying, man. Hey, you got a lot to be proud of, man. You guys have 5 #1 singles on the R&B Billboard charts. Including songs like "All I Do Is Think of You," "Spread Your Wings," and "Sweet November." You've been in movies. You appeared in the movie New Jack City. You guys from Pasadena, California. It's an honor to talk to you, man, for real.
Oh, well, thanks, man. I appreciate that, bro.
And also, let me know.
If you guys need a bass singer, I can sing that bass for you.
Okay, man. Let me tell you. First of all, my parents. I grew up listening to New Jack Swing. My parents liked that music and whatnot, so I grew up hearing you guys. And I remember it was a couple years ago. I was watching you guys on YouTube. It was when I think you were on our Arsenio Hall show, and I think I looked away from the screen for a minute. I was feeding the dog or doing something, and all of a sudden I heard this voice go, it's like, whoa, wait, is Johnny Gill in it? What? Like, I thought maybe I clicked the wrong link and I was like listening to New Edition or something like that. Then you bust out with this yeah, like whoa. I was like, this cat sound like Johnny Gill. I can't sing it. Huh?
Yeah, he was one of the guys that actually, when he joined the group New Edition, he was the guy that made me say, because at the time when Truth, before we even had the name Truth, we used to do a lot of New Edition songs and talent shows, and I used to always, you couldn't tell me that I was not Ricky Bell. Mm-hmm. So I was doing all of Ricky's parts, all of that. And so when Johnny joined the group, I think my voice had actually dropped to where it's at now when I turned the age of 15, like when I first joined the group. But I was still, singing, in mid-range singing. So it was a struggle. But, Johnny helped me to be able to do what I do today. And because he came in the group of New Edition with having a more mature sound, which was what New Edition had needed. And I was already doing that. It's just that, lead singers, and like, 5-man groups, they always have like these high voices. But at the time, New Edition needed to make that change growing from boys to men. And that allowed New Edition to be able to be who they really are, which are big grown men. So, and Johnny is the guy for that for New Edition. Vice versa, same thing for me. I'm the guy for that who fills that mark also for Truth.
Awesome, man. I was gonna say I love the personality of the lead singers in Truth. You guys are so different, and that reminds me of groups like the Temptations and New Edition, because it's like, for example, Alan sung his butt off. Like every single note was drama with him. Oh, and all that stuff. And I feel like if you combine Dionne Warwick, Michael Jackson, and Whitney Houston, you got Alan, and then you got Steve was just the heart of the group in my opinion, because like every note, every dance move, every lyric he wrote, you could just see it on his face. He just put everything into everything, And I feel like you tied it all together, man, being a baritone, because you brought that earthy, raspy David Ruffin, Johnny Gill, Casey Haley type of masculinity into the group. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was listening to Attitude the other day. You were like, try. I can't do it like you, but but let me ask you this though. Your dance moves were straight from the streets. That's why, honestly, man, of all of the groups I've seen, in my opinion, you guys were the best dancers. And that's including the Jacksons, that's including New Edition, that's including B2K, all those groups. NSYNC, you guys were ahead of the pack, because you guys, it's like you took the moves straight from the clubs and the streets. And that's why I liked your choreography better than anybody else. So who came up with those moves, and how did you guys discover those moves?
Truth has always done at least like 85% of our own choreography. But we've always wanted to use choreographers such as Jeffrey Daniels and Casper, those are the guys who did Criminal and Bad, and then we used they helped us choreograph My Heart, and Barry Lather, the guy who did Pleasure Principle for Janet, and he did Control when she did the awards. He choreographed that, and so we used him for Mama Sita. So we actually wanted to work with the people who work with her. Janet being the most dominated performing female within the music industry. Nobody moves or dance like her, and she, she is who she is, and so we loved her for what she did. And of course, we always liked what the Jacksons and what Michael has always brought to the table as far as, those good dance moves, and so we just always wanted to work with people who work with the best, because we always considered them to be the best. So for us to be able to collaborate with Jeffrey Daniels from the group, Jeffrey Daniels is from the group Shalimar.
Mm-hmm.
That's the guy who actually taught Michael how to do the beginning stages of the moonwalk.
Mm-hmm.
So to be able to work with great dancers like that, it's really, really, truly nothing but a blessing. Because we want to be great like that. So we worked with them and pretty much, worked with ourselves.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I can definitely, now that you mentioned, I can kind of see the Jeffrey Daniel influence in some of your moves and stuff.
Yeah. They did the My Heart music video, but then also we got around to work with the other great choreographer, Tony Vaza, which she helped also to stage and choreograph along with a couple of people who she brought in to help. Doc Clark and another guy who was really good with hats. So we worked with him, and we worked with Doc Clark, and also Hugo. Hugo was one of the poppers that was in Michael Jackson's Captain EO.
Okay.
So we, from some of that breakdown that he did, what we used with our hands, doing something with our hands, that stuff was brought in by him. And so again, it was always, we worked with great people that actually, how can I say, they complimented on what we did.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to the beginning a little bit. When you guys were really young and living in Pasadena, California, the five of you were childhood friends. And how did you start to performing seriously?
How did we start performing serious?
Right.
Well, the group was already going before me and Steve and Alan actually joined the group. Rodney and Reggie already stood. They was together. They were the ones who did the television show, Put on the Hits.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were already moving on. It just got decided that after they did the performance on the show, that a producer had called and wanted to know if the group could really sing because he liked the dancing. So there was always other members being around just in case anybody was sick. Rodney's mom always had a stand-in. She always had someone that stood around, just in case if anybody got sick to replace somebody. And so, like I said, the group had already doing stuff. We just happened to join in, at the right place and at the right time.
Okay. Let me ask you this too. I know you guys are Michael Jackson fans, obviously, and you covered All I Do Is Think of You. Had a huge hit with it, and I know that song was originally it was a Jackson 5 song. It was on their last album from Motown in 1975, Moving Violations, and which was a pretty good album. It was a pretty good album. It was under promoted and didn't have any real hits. So when you guys listened to that one day, and you're like, whoa, we could sing that. Like, what inspired you to cover that song?
It was my idea. I've always loved that record. I just thought that record was dynamite. And I knew that since Steve was like a really big Michael Jackson fanatic vocal fan, he loved everything about Michael, his singing, his dancing, everything about Michael. And I just knew that when Steve would sing the second verse, he was going to do it like Michael. So that's why I knew that we would be good at doing the song.
Okay. Okay. And did you guys ever meet Michael Jackson, and what did he think of you?
I've met him. He got his chance to be able to meet him. He loves him and the family. They love the group. They love to. As a matter of fact, I got a chance not too long ago to talk to Taj, Tito's son, and he told me that his uncles would make them go into the studio and play all of Troop's catalog before they started recording.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's something special right there. Wow. That's beautiful.
It really is because, we really patternized our sound, from the Jacksons. We wanted that family sound and to really, be able to touch people with our music the way that they do.
Okay. Let me ask you this: what's your personal favorite Troop song and your favorite album that you guys did?
I would say my favorite album is the Deeper album. That would have to be my favorite album.
Same here.
And I pretty much like all of our material. I mean, there was certain songs that if it was by choice, if I was able to say, okay, I don't think we should do this song or whatever, it could be maybe two or three songs, but on like separate albums. You know what I mean? Like on our Mayday album, there was like probably maybe two songs that I probably wouldn't have us choose to record. And then I think maybe I think the first album, all of the songs to me were just like, all of the songs were like diamonds in the rough. Every last song in the first album. Mm-hmm. The second album was pretty much the same. I think there were certain like LP versions that were just okay. See, the Attitude LP version, it was cool. The version, it was okay. Mm-hmm. It was all right. But that remix that Teddy Riley did on it, incredible.
Right.
So, other than that, though, I think that we did pretty good so far as like really trying to, make something happen within the music industry, doing, releasing certain material that certain groups, that don't record, Mm-hmm. You gotta be different. You gotta be who you are, but at the same time, you have to do exactly what God called you to do.
Right.
And so we felt that the material that God gave us to put out, that we thought pretty much that it was okay.
It was awesome. And let me ask you this too, because you guys, I admire you because also you sung live and you did those steps live too. And I know those steps were complicated, but you guys sung it live. Because I could see in your interviews after your performances, y'all could barely talk. And I know you're still performing sometimes now. You guys are older, so has it gotten any harder or easier to keep maintaining all that?
You know what? I think to be honest, what I do every morning, I'm down here at the Pasadena Rose Bowl every Monday through Friday. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get it in as far as I jog about maybe a mile and some change a day, every day. But overall, I do about maybe 5.5, maybe 6 miles. And I think me doing that really helps the situation on how, I'm still able to do what we still do to this day. Reggie is just the guy that just ain't gonna never stop. Mm-hmm. He dances, he's the one who just dances so hard, he's always gonna just give you his all. And everybody else, I don't know if you know now, but, there's only 4 of us right now.
Right.
There's only 4 of us. It's Rodney, Reggie, Steve, and myself. And, we're gonna go ahead and just keep on doing what God called us to do. We love performing. We we love being together as a group. We love the music that we're doing. I mean, even right now. I mean, we love it all. Mm-hmm. There's just some, you got to continue to keep on moving on, no matter who wants to be a part and no matter who doesn't want to be a part. It is what it is. But it's cool because now people get a chance to hear Jon Jon and some leads. I'm doing all of Alan's parts.
Cool. You got a phenomenal voice, man. I wish I could sing like that.
Oh, thanks, man. So I guess that I am the choir boy of the group.
Okay, and I'm not gonna hold you too much longer, but I know you guys you recorded and released a single last year called "Forever," right?
Yeah.
Now, how did that come about? 'Cause I remember listening to it on YouTube a while back. So did you guys did Alan come back for a minute? You guys work together. Like how did that single come about?
Well, we had to pull teeth and nails for him to get on that song. He didn't even want to record the song, not really.
Wow.
But I think what happened, because see, the track was actually produced by our nephew, Chauncey. Kid Boy. He produced the track, and he gave it to us. And I was in the studio with Steve and another friend of his by the name of Tony, who were putting the song together. And we just started cutting vocals, and all of a sudden, Rodney heard it. He liked what he heard, so he came and got on the track. Reggie, he heard, he liked what he heard, and he came and got on the track. Alan didn't want to even be a part of it, but when he finally heard what we did, I guess he just kind of fell in. And so how it happened was that Steve emailed him the track, and Alan put his vocals on it and sent it back to Steve, and Steve mixed them in.
Okay.
So you could tell that at that point we could kind of tell that it was pretty much over because he didn't even want to come to the studio to kick it with us.
Wow. Wow. I don't want to get into no gossip or nothing like that. I know Alan's your brother and everything like that, but it's just it seemed like it's been a while, like since everybody was kind of on the same page like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean it's a sad situation, but I'll just say this: you can't piss off the powers that be. Mm-hmm. See, the powers that be are the ones who put the money into your hand. Once you piss them off and they don't want to have anything to do with you, then all I can do is throw my hands up and pray for you and keep it moving.
Right.
That's all that I can do. And pretty much that's what happened. That's what happened with us, with him last year. A situation came on the table for us to be able to make some money. And he didn't, it was, how can I put this in the most positive way? He didn't handle his business like he was supposed to. So we got turned down because of the way how he acted at the meeting. And after that took place, it was like it was over with. We couldn't, the company that wanted to do something with us, because of him, they didn't want to do anything. Mm-hmm. So now, we're able to go back and to have this meeting with these same people after a year to be able to go back and go ahead and start making some money. And that's kind of sad. It's sad.
Right.
Because it's really crazy because, the past, when I mean, the powers that be, I'm talking about people who work behind the scenes that who actually signs the checks and gives it to you.
Right.
Those people. You can't piss off those people. You can't do it. Mm-mm. You can't do it. And so for the past few days, that's all I've been hearing about him. It's been like negative feedback from people that, have talked to, people that want to go ahead and do something with it. And everybody's name has cleared through with positivity, but when it comes to his name, they don't want to deal with it. Mm-hmm. And this is not rumors. I mean, it is what it is.
Mhm.
I love Alan. I'm gonna always love him. I wish it wasn't the way that it is. I really do. I wish it wasn't the way that it is because of the camaraderie that we have on stage as a group.
Right.
I mean, here it is. You have three great lead singers. You know.
Mhm.
You know, with the combination with Steve and Alan, then you have Jon Jon. It's like you can't go wrong.
Right.
You really can't.
Right.
And for us not to have that because of whatever that the devil is doing with him, it's really sad, man. It hurts. It hurts because I know the fans would love to see the 5 original guys. I know that they would love to see that. I would love to see that myself. But everybody, they're grown. They got kids, so we got to feed our families.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm learning that in groups, there's always some type of turmoil like this that threatens them. I've seen it with the Temptations, and my mom and my uncles. They were called the Dealers. They were on the same record label as Michael Jackson. They were on CBS Records back in the 80s. And I wrote a book about it, but they went through some stuff too, similar to what you're talking about. It's a lot of stuff that goes on with, once you reach that level of fame and you're working with people all the time, it's definitely crazy. You guys should write a book or do a movie or something, because I mean this is some drama, but it's interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it really is.
Okay. I don't know how. I'm sorry. Were you about to say something?
Actually, I did hear about something about he wants to come back to the group. He's tired of fighting. He wants to make it right. Mm-hmm. But I think it's too late because the powers that be are upset with him, and they don't want to have it. They're not going to have anything to do with us if he's a part of it.
Man.
So it's like, oh God, it's like, what do you do?
Wow.
We gotta move on.
Wow, this is straight up David Ruffin here. Man.
Yeah, so I've been getting calls from some people who's getting ready to help with our management, because we're going back to our management, David Cook. We're going back to him. But I was talking to some people who's getting ready to assist David on some things, on helping us out to get us to the next level. They've been telling me for the past few days about different sets of different promoters and agencies and stuff like that. That Alan's name ain't good.
Man.
So it's like, oh my God, this is like, are you kidding me? This is like really crazy.
Yeah. Man.
Like, wow, I did not ever want, for this to happen. It hurts, man. It hurts. But golly, we can't sit here and not do anything.
Right.
Just because one person, wow, man, it's even talk about this stuff, it really hurts, man.
Yeah, I can hear it in your voice, man. I appreciate you being open and honest and, telling your side of the story. And again, we're not slandering Alan here. Alan's our brother. We love him. We just telling one side of the story or how things are going. Because people are concerned about, because I was concerned. I've seen, you guys performing with just 4 of you the last couple of years. And then Alan appeared on this single. And I was like, whoa, are they back together? I didn't know what to expect. You was kind of back and forth for a while.
Right.
But, okay, but I'm not going to hold you too much longer, but I want to ask you about your solo projects. Now, I heard you did a cover. Did you do a cover of Luther Vandross' song, Never Too Much?
Yeah, I did. I covered that record, man, yeah. Nice. It's a nice remix, too, man. It's really cool. I think that's what I'm going to do, is to pay homage to Luther Vandross every time I record a solo project.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. And
I'm trying to convince Steve to record every time he does a solo record that he needs to record a Michael Jackson record.
That's a good idea also.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. So
I'm also trying to convince Steve that every time that we do a Troop record, we need to pay tribute to the Jacksons. It just makes sense, you know.
Right. Okay. And what's in your future right now? You guys are still performing, I take it. Like, what can we expect from you in the future?
Well, just look, just check us out. Just look for us, because we're really trying to, keep this thing together, and it could be a possible chance of you guys might being able to see even a new member. You might see a new member, because we are. The dream was Rodney's mother had a dream of her son being on stage with 4 of his friends, which makes it a 5-man group. So that was the dream. So no one will be coming in to replace anybody. It's just going to be what the dream was, 5 guys. So we're trying to move toward to that. The guy who we're getting ready to start working with, his name is Rail Paul. He's actually a background vocalist for Heads of State. He's managed by Bobby Brown. So if he's managed by Bobby, so he can do some dancing.
Word.
So, but he's supposed to be working with Reggie right now with the choreography moves. So the other thing that we do know of as well too is that he can sing. He can sing. He's a hell of a singer, and he can write. But we're going to keep me as being the guy to just to replace Alan's vocals, to give the fans a familiar face.
Right. Okay. That's a good idea right there, man. I'm looking forward to this, man. I'm a huge fan, and it's like I said, it's great to talk to you and see what's going on with the group. Let me ask you, I know as far as New Edition goes, like I know you guys were inspired by them. Were they kind of amused that you guys were kind of imitating them a little bit, or how did they feel about that?
Well, we love New Edition as like our brothers, So I think once they really got to know us for who we are and how we are as people, they couldn't help but to just love us back, because we wasn't one of the groups who came out as a different 5-man group to bash on New Edition about anything. We just wanted to let people know that we were here too. Right. And we love everybody. But we really love the Temptations, the Jacksons, and New Edition. Love those guys forever.
Okay, and your fans love you, man. I love your music. I love what you guys do. And my last question is there anything else that you want to tell your fans that I haven't asked you? Just anything you want to put out there and just tell the world about Troop?
Let me see. Oh, not really. I guess just just keep us in your prayers. We love y'all. We're trying to do this, for you guys and for our families. We love y'all. Just keep us in your prayers, and just look out for us.
Awesome. Okay, well, this is Jon Jon from Troop, and I'm award-winning journalist AJ Duggar. I'm talking to Jon Jon from the R&B group Troop. You guys were some of the kings of New Jack Swing back in the day. Okay, well, I appreciate this. I appreciate talking to you, man. I had a really good chat, man. This was fun. I hope to talk to you again someday.
Oh, yeah, you got it, man. Anytime.
This is an AJ Duggar exclusive.